Good morning. This is Kim from Folk and Fashion Dolls. I have in front of me a Madame Alexander Lissy doll, all hard plastic, made between 1956 and 58 only, with the bent arms and bent legs. Now, luckily, all her joints are intact. She seems to have springs as part of her joints for her arms. Her knees, I'm not so sure about. It looks like there's just a metal hook in there. She has the walker attachment at her hips. So if this should come apart, you can always check out my video on how to fix a bent knee walker on the 8-inch. But these dolls were not made to be walkers. Now, Lissy is not marked on her body or her head, but we know she is a Lissy by that face. And she came as a Joe, Little Women Joe doll, which were only made for 2 years, I believe. Okay, and this wig is really nice. I'll let you up close to see her face. Some people just adore this Lissy doll. So to me, she's worth saving. I have tried everything. I have tried, hook to hook. I have tried the bandings. Nothing seems to work. She did have remnants of rubber banding around. You'll see the straight bar for the eye, but beyond that, you'll see like a V-shaped hook. So my mission today is to attempt to use just 4.5 millimeter elastic thread. So if I'm successful, I will come back and show you the completed project. Lissy Part 2. What I failed to mention was in 1959, Lissy turned totally straight. Straight arms and straight legs, but she's still hard plastic. And she always comes in tagged clothing, even though she's still unmarked. The Little Women will run from 1959 to 1967. So they're still around. Also, in the early 60s, she becomes a doll called Kelly for 1 year, and then Pamela for a few years. So you might find tagged clothing with those names on them. Okay, so I wasn't really that successful. What I ended up doing was I got one of the little S-hooks from the 8-inch doll. It's actually the leg hook. And with my forceps, I was able to hook that V-shaped bar that's beyond the eye bar. I hit the back of the head and came down, and back of the head and came down, and it caught. Okay, but the problem was I did not pull the string tight enough because she's wobbly, the head's still wobbly, and the eyes really don't close well. So I'm going to have to redo it and try to get this string underneath the eye bar. I think that's the mistake I made. So I will make one more final attempt. If I don't come back, it means I wasn't successful. Let's see, round 3. Okay, so the problem was the hooks I was using were almost 1 inch big. I found a little 1/2 inch hook, and I ended up going back to the old rubber band. And with a button hook, once I got this in her head, I was able then to pull it and loop it on the hook on the top of her neck. So it's, you know, a little, it's not wobbly like it was before. Her eyes should work. They were working. But that's as good as I'm gonna get it. I kept doing the white elastic, and I figured I needed a loop about the size of my pinky. And I just could not tie that elastic cord tight enough. So she's good enough for me. And this is her original dress, and the Lissy dolls were tagged in the back there. And you can see Joe, Madam Alexander. Okay, and I forgot to mention, she's a 12-inch doll. And she has not really high heels, but arched heels. And she's supposed to come with sandals, but she didn't. She came with the regular Little Women shoes and socks. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Everything is trial and error. So have a good day.